back again with yet another video. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are prepared for the long haul because I have a feeling deep in my bones that it's going to take a whole lot longer than what our government, the US government, is saying. So luckily, we prepared and all that other stuff. So I hope you guys are doing well. Um, Here's the thing, an update at least with some of my readathons I was participating in. Oh yeah, so like, did I mention how like my library, like when this whole, before the state shut down and all that other stuff, they renewed our stuff until like April 1st. But like when I went in to renew my stuff, they changed it over. Well, the ones that I went to renew it, they did it all the way till May. So technically 2 months, and that's unheard of for my library. So if that ain't some evidence that our government, well, at least my state, plan on shutting down for a long time, yeah, that's it. But basically for Zodiacathon, I completed all these challenges, all of these challenges except for like two of them. And for March Madness, since today is the last day, I'm like currently reading like three mystery novels, but like I'm not gonna finish it all in one day. I got distracted by other things and I'm happy. Okay. Anyway, I am very much happy because I started Kindle Unlimited. So my 2 month trial, I'm excited about. And some of the books that I've been dying to read, I'm finally getting to read. And I was like, okay. Like there's some downsides of Kindle Unlimited, but like I'm making my own personal notes for that, And maybe I have some questions. I already posted like a question on Twitter, but I'm not about to dig in and like post like whatever. Either way, so this is like my wrap up for March 16 till today. So let's start with a series called The Devil's Playground Duet. Now here's the thing, the first book of the series, and it's called The Devil. Both of them are by Ashley Jade. The Devil is actually part of an even like a standalone series called the play cards, or something that has to do with tarot cards and love, because each book, like I think there's like 36 books in total, at least at the moment, that's published. And all of these are by different authors, so you get like 36 or maybe a few repeats by different authors. And I don't know if all of them are, since of course all of them are like standalones within the tarot card series, but just like how Ashley Jade, she continued her series to the next book as a duology. So I'm not sure if for other authors, if that if that book that they publish is actually dedicated to another book in a certain series that specific author has, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, let's say if I don't know, I saw another author I'm interested in. I plan on reading all of them. Hopefully all of them are available on Kindle Unlimited. If not, then I'm not paying. But hopefully all of them are really. But basically I know that one of them is 100% a standalone. It doesn't continue on. I looked at the other ones I'm interested in. And that one also is part of a series. And I don't know if it's part of the of course the Tarot Card Lovers series, but with that author, it's also part of book 2 or book 3 or something of their personal series. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I love this book. So this is a dark romance. You guys, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, this is my first time ever reading a published dark romance novel. And I say published because I read a lot of fan fiction. And one of these days, I should dedicate a whole video based on like fan fiction and how I got into it and all that other stuff. But I probably mention this again once I make that video. And that video is basically, it's not gonna be in order, but basically it's gonna have some sort of structure, but I'm just gonna like gush about fan fiction for like a while. Anyways, I realized after reading this novel that some of the fan fiction that I've been reading since like probably 12 or something, or maybe I ventured into certain genres, that they actually fall underneath the dark romance category, but like I didn't know exactly what it was until I would say a few months ago when I first heard about dark romance subgenre within the romance genre. And I was like, really, that's it? And like, and it didn't click with me until like I read this book. I was like, oh, I've actually have read that in fan fiction. So like, I guess I'm already been pre-exposed to it, but I didn't like let's be honest, fan fiction is hit or miss. So sometimes you have good writing and good plot. Others are just, like there's a plot there, but your writing sucks, sorry. I promise I don't have anything. Anyway, so there's that problem with fan fiction, but I know, like, for example, some of the dark, fan romance I read mostly have to do with Naruto, of course. Like, it's the one pairing that I do see dark romance for, at least been exposed to dark romance like a few years ago, was Madara and Sakura. Don't come for me. I love them. And I actually love that dark romance. So when I read this published one, I was like, oh, so this is how good it can get. I was like, kill it. Like, I think I already published my Kindle notes and stuff on Goodreads, so you can like read all my spoilery notes and thoughts, but like I was fucked up with it. It's so crazy. And you have like three main characters. You have Cain, Eden, and for the first book, if you don't like, I don't think the description actually introduced the third character name in the description, so I'm gonna like just say that it's another male character. I have to say, if you like a little bit of political intrigue, because Cain, he will do anything just to become mayor, since he's running for mayor of this town. And then you have Eden, who just turned, it's a bit taboo because it's dark romance, because she is actually Cain's stepdaughter and they have a thing for each other, but then something else happens. And the timeline for this book goes back and forth between the past and present, between Cain when he was a teenager and like to now, and like it's like Now, some things were predictable, but I do like the biblical references that they made, like with Eden and Cain, and the other character, and it's like, yo, and like the other character, I love the other character. Like I was like, you know what, you are fucked up. All of these characters are fucked up, just so you know. But it's like, you are so messed up. But I'm cheering for you. I'm cheering for you because, like, if I had to choose the lesser of two evils, it's like, I don't know. At some point, it's like who I root for was like back and forth. Like technically, like Eden, she shouldn't be with any of these people, but like she ends up with one of them. I'm not gonna say who, but it's crazy. Like if you like scheming people, if you like backstabbing, if you like taboo subjects, if you like threesomes like between like two males and like one female, and it's like, yeah, you get the point. I think you would like this. And angst, lots of angst, and it's like, and like the smut is so good. Like I'm telling you, like you guys have to check it out. It's by Ashley Jade. And I think I definitely will be checking out some of the tarot card lovers series. I'm gonna leave like the link down below. Anyways, so my other books, I finally read Stillhouse Lake in my last video, which I'll also link down below. I was currently reading that book. I like it. I would say some things were slightly predictable, but like it was a fun ride while I was at it. I feel like this was like I feel like this is a series, obviously. And I feel like this is like some kind of Law and Order episode. So that's the feeling that I'm getting. That's why it's like a 4-star instead of a 5. But like I was on edge, to be honest. So there's blood, there's gore. You follow this woman who I forgot the name of. Basically, she and her children move away, change their identities and everything because her husband was a serial killer, and it kind of changed their life for worse. So now it's not they're on the run from like online trolls because they think that she's responsible for what happened to all those women that, you know, because you know, like it puts into perspective, like, because like sometimes I'm not gonna lie, when I hear about these serial killers, it's like there's something sketchy. Some of them, not all of them. I understand that some of these people are like masterminds of tricking everybody around them. I mean, can you think about a few like pedophiles or like, you know, people who are the worst of the worst, how they trick everyone in their community into things. But he's such a good person. This could never happen. It's like you see people come to bat for these people. So I understand why, you know, people are blindsided. But then there are some people who, especially like the wife of a serial killer or something, is like, how? Like I would understand, because if he got the whole entire community food, I wouldn't be surprised if the wife and the kids were food as well, right? But then there are some cases I can't like. I have a few in my head, like I'm remembering these people's face, but not the name. But like some of these people is like, I feel like you got away with it. But basically with her, it's like people are like thinking that she got away with it, like she was an accomplice and everything. These online trolls are trying to hunt her down and everything. And it's like, child, it was crazy. But basically she wasn't. She's one of those innocent people who clearly did not know anything was going on, because it's like, you know, it's like the whole world gets shattered. So I feel so bad for her. And it's like really puts into perspective. It's like, what would I do? Anyway, some crazy shit happens. Like I already suspected a few people, but it's like obviously I got my suspicions were correct, but like I'm here for the ride. Okay, it was fun while I was at it. And yeah, I do think I will continue on with the series. The whole series is on Kindle Unlimited. I'm not sponsored or anything, but like I'm starting to like it. Like I don't know, I'm enjoying my free trial while it lasts. While it lasts. And so yeah, there's that. I also read, since I did read The Sinners and Saints, I'm continuing on with the Sinners and Saints series, and I read Defy, which is a novella for that series. And that one is a bit taboo, of course, because it's with like a student and teacher romance, and I think I give it like a 3-star. It's not my favorite, but then again, I plan on reading the whole series, so who knows? My feelings might change, because already, like, I'm reading Ruckus at the moment, and I hate Dean. I hate Dean so much. He annoys me. Like, I like Rosie, but Dean, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. How many percentage am I in? I'm probably, what, 31% into the book. I'm sorry, Dean annoys the shit out of me. Like, I have a feeling that he's going to be my least favorite of this, you know, hotheads. Anyway, so Defy follows another dude named Jamie, who was also part of that group. When they were teenagers, he falls in love with his teacher. I left a review of who the teacher reminds me of. I don't know, that whole situation is like, I don't know, it's just not my favorite, okay? Like, obviously, in the sweat in here is, if he, like, that weird toe scene, child, I'm not about to, I like Goodreads because I can, like, you know, install some GIFs and, like, you know, because, like, in words, I can't really explain it, but in GIFs, I can't explain my reactions to it, because it's like, that toe scene, though, no, I think that's why it's not a 5-star, because I was like, yeah, no, I was like, poop, plummet. Anyway, but I will continue on with the series. It's okay. Now, what else am I reading? Oh yeah, so I am reading a series called The Lion and the Mouse, also available on Kindle Unlimited. This is actually a book that I've been wanting to read. I read the sample. I was like, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Oh my goodness. So I'm only, technically I should be reading the third book, but I distracted by another book, which I will explain later on. But I read the first and second book, which is called, the first book is called Dirty Kisses, and the second book is called Dirty Love. Basically the first titles is always dirty. But it's an interracial romance between Emily, the mouse, and Casimir. He's Russian. Okay, he's a Russian guy, and he's a lion. Oh my goodness, it's like an urban fiction / romance / mud, and it's like, I love them, and like it's the author is Kenya Wright, and now I'm like really into this. Like the second book, like I think I gave the second book 5 stars, and the first book I gave 4 stars because there were certain things that was kind of a bit redundant. Like you didn't have to repeat that. Like we just saw the scene and now you're repeating it within the same pages. Like I don't think so. But like the plot and like it's a bit insta lovey a little bit. Yeah, it pretty much is. And like if you like age gaps, because Emily, she's 21 and Kaz, he is 30 years old. There's lots of betrayal, backstabbing, hood like stuff. Because you got this so the plot of like the first book, and of course that leads on to the second book, is you have this money launderer who got murdered. And Kaz, he was like the top tier of like, you know, the Brava. I am probably messing up all these Russian names, okay? Which is basically it's a crime mafia type of stuff. Okay. But basically, you know how every place has, you know, their own crime, you know, group, like Mexico, the cartels, Japan, the Yakuzas. I guess Russia has the Brava, you know. But basically he's top tier, like nobody fucks with him, okay? And basically one of his money launderers got murdered. He gets sent to America to, you know, find out what the fuck is going on. But in the meantime, somehow, Emily, you know, black female heroine, she is her brother gets caught up in this mess. So now she, in order to like save her brother's life, she becomes the new money launderer. But someone is backstabbing, you know, Kaz, and somehow they get tangled up, and now they have to survive till like the next day and all that other stuff. So someone isn't right, you know, and there's of course there's a lot of crazy shit. There's murder. Like she is graphic with like the scenes, like some of the murder scenes and stuff. So like if you're a bit queasy and stuff, then maybe not read that scene. What else? Of course, there is mention of, you know, child molestation. You know, it's crazy. And like the second book, I feel like is like the best one. Well, so far there's like 5 books, and yeah, I plan on reading every one of them. And I'd say the second book for me is a bit, how can I say, it's a bit better than the other one, because like there's this one couple that got mentioned like a bit later on who I was really hoping that they get like their own novella or like something. And guess what, towards the end of the book we got a short story between the two of them. I was like, she knows me. I was like, yes, she did that. I was like so excited to read more about them, because I'm like, oh my god. And this is another interracial couple. Oh my goodness. Like, so for the second book, everything comes to a head, you know, enemies are clashing. You know, they are getting their revenge and everything. Like you find out who betrays them, you know, well, you find out who betrays them earlier on, but there's more people who are turning against them. So it's like, and oh yeah, in the first book, there's a serial killer going on, and I would say like, okay, at first I thought it was someone else close to them who's the serial killer, but then it turns out to be someone else. I was like, what? You mean to tell me that that was that person the whole time? Yo, I was shooketh. I was like taken aback. I was like, wow, that was crazy. My bad, y'all. I had to like stop and do something. But anyways, I'm done with this part, so I'm just gonna continue on with like my current read. So I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm in my Kindle app, so I'm just gonna show you a few, you know, books I'm reading. Some of them are like repeats. I'm just gonna focus on the one that I'm like really focused on at the moment. Of course, like you have like, you know, House of Blood and Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, and basically check out my last, you know, video that I did for March for Wrap Up, and most of these books are here, or stuff that I already did. But like stuff that's like really, you know, heavy on my noggin, stuff that I really want to read, of course, is of course the continuation of The Lion and the Mouse. You see right there, you have 30 Minds and 30 Hearts, I think. Let's see, 30 Minds is maybe the third. Click, goddamn it, click. I'm sorry. I think, oh, it's book 4. Never mind. I'm gonna have to like, you know what? Hold on, about this book. Currently reading, as in let me go back to want to read. But basically, I'm going to continue on with this, and so I'm continuing on with like this series. What other books am I reading? Oh yes, I'm reading The Italian by by T.L. Swan. I'm not reading it at the moment, but this is definitely a want to read type of book. I think this is also a dark romance. Like I said, ever since, you know, The Devil's Playground duet, I've been wanting to read a lot more published dark romance novels. Of course, I'm reading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm only 31% into it. What other books am I reading? Some of them are like repeats, but it's like whatever. The Shadows Between Us, I only got like 2% in, but this one I'm enjoying a lot, and that is Resphoric. Wait, oh my gosh. Euphoric. I'm like 85% into it. Oh yeah. So you got Euphoric. It's book 1 of the Bargainer book, and oh my goodness, like there's a lot to this book. Like you got it's like a mix between Akatar and True Blood, and you got creepy ass children and shit, and it's like I would say new adult / adult. But yeah, we follow this girl who's a siren who is Calypso Lilith. Anyway, here's what I really like about this book. Well, it depends on the person. So I already did like mention this in like Shane's comment. Book, but not book, but video. But basically, when it comes for character, she doesn't really describe Calypso in great detail physically. And when I went on the website, don't go on the FAQ until like you're finished the book. But basically, the reason why she did that was because can I like click on this? I don't know, child. Anyway, the reason why she did that was because she wanted the reader to like reflect their own image on what they think Calypso would look like, which is cool and all. At least like here's the thing. I feel like back then when I was much younger, I would have envisioned Calypso as, a white female with dark hair and dark eyes, as per usual. But maybe it's because I've been binge reading The Lion and the Mouse series by Kenya Wright. And I think, I don't know, these past 2 years I've been reading a lot more, I don't know, black main characters instead of side characters that I can now envision, Calypso with, as a dark chocolate girl with 4C. So I feel like it's good for like the reader because at least they'll get to like see her in their image, kind of like, we're creating God's image, whatever. I feel like if you're like a girl with acne prone scar, because like here's how I envision her. I envision her as, a black woman with maybe a few bits of hyperpigmentation if she didn't have any makeup on, and like 4C hair. And I'm happy that she didn't go into great detail about it, but I guess it depends on you, the reader, if you like that or not. I know that some people don't like it because they would rather, I know that I feel like you as a reader, depends on you, would feel like this is a cop out. Why don't you just, say blatantly? Because I agree with that argument as well, because there are some certain authors, like J.K. Rowling, for that matter, who had the nerve to say that, Hermione Granger is black when, let's be honest, we both know that you're lying, okay? You made her as a white woman, as a white girl, just stick to it. Even though Hermione doesn't have that many descriptors before, but like we know that she's a white girl, so just say that instead of trying to like ride the wave of being woke and shit. But like I understand why it's important to be very descriptive when it comes for your main character, and I also understand that if you don't know how to write it that way, because like let's be honest, when it comes for white people, is like authors know how to like be really detailed in their descriptions. It's like, oh my goodness, his eyes was like the ocean and all that other stuff, and it's like, oh, her skin was like so and so Milky Smith, and it's like with her it's like, oh, she's darker than white. I don't know, you know what I mean. But like I feel like it depends on you, the reader. Personally, I feel like, I don't know, this is the first time where it's like, at least when it comes for physical wise, I didn't get that much of a description versus I would say who else can I compare this to? Besides, the only person I can think of is like Bella Thorne from like Twilight. Now we already know that Bella is a white woman, but I feel like the way that Bella Thorne was not Bella Thorne, Bella Swan, my bad, y'all. Bella Swan from Twilight. I feel like the way that she was written, she was such a very bland character personality wise. So even though she was a white woman, it's like you, the reader, can like exert your own personality onto this main character, even though she's bland. So, and I feel like when it comes for this book, Calypso, she is, let's see, Calypso is, she's very much, of course she has her own personality, so you can't really force your own personality onto her. But when it comes for, the description of Calypso, at least the very, very little, like we barely get anything. All you hear is skin. You don't know what color skin she is. You don't know what type of hairstyle she has, even though her friend is obviously some sort of black because the author uses the word fro to describe her hair. So yeah, you could like do whatever with Calypso physically wise in your head, but I understand why people don't like that. Like it's like, go big or go home, but I can appreciate it, I guess it's a case by case basis. But y'all, I have a feeling that this book right here, I feel like this is gonna be my favorite. Anyway, and I have a feeling this is what, like a good 5-star. Anyway, I've been talking for too damn long. I'm also reading Ruckus. Like I said, I'm 31% into it. I don't like this man at all. Like, I don't like Dean. He's like, I have a feeling he's going to be my least favorite one. And here's the thing, like, I think for the next one is going to focus on Trent, who has like this baby. And you know me, I don't like kids. I'm sorry. I don't like it when my main characters have kids. So I have a feeling that Trent is going to be the better main character than, Dean, despite me not liking main characters with like kids. Anyways, unless it's like a mystery because like, you're an adult, whatever. It's like part of life. But yeah, Dean is like my least favorite. And of course you got all these other ones, but it's like, I'm not really focused on that. I'm more focused on like, continuing on with the series. So I gotta go and continue reading since this is the last day, since I'm like 85% into, Riftic. I know I'm messing up the title. I probably would finish it by today. Anyway, I'm out. Hopefully you guys have a nice day and goodbye. Read a book, read a motherfucking